Is Trey Lance's offseason getting overhyped from your perspective?
That's an interesting question. By the way, is the echo situation still there? All
It's
right,
good.
cool. So it's an interesting question because you can look at it from both sides of it's getting overhyped and there's a lot of criticism too. Because one thing I'm seeing a lot of highlights and clips from these sports talk shows, whether it be, First Things First or Speak for Yourself or, various shows. I think Colin Cowherd was talking about this last week about I'm seeing so many angles of negativity about Trey, whether it's I think Colin Cowherd was bringing up that the fact that there's this noise about Steve Young, I don't want to say mentoring Trey, but kind of, lending his phone to him, being available for him, being a resource for him, it's being looked at as a negative thing, as if, why does Trey need that? Why can't he kind of do his own thing? And so you're seeing, I feel like on the talk shows, a lot of talk like that, but then from reports from folks who are actually there, like yourself, I'm seeing overall good things. It's not like it's just I don't think there's an overhype, but I'm hearing a lot of good things. But at this time of the year, that's kind of what you expect. Like, I'm not really expecting to hear bad things right now at this time of the year. So everything is optimism. It's a new season. Every single team thinks they have a chance at going to the Super Bowl. It's that's how it is in the beginning of the early off season. So I'm not really I feel like it's both angles, but you kind of have to pick and choose what you believe. I feel like Trey Lance is definitely positioned to have a great season. I feel like everything that I'm hearing is legit, and I feel like one of the things that you've talked about is now that at least Jimmy's not there at this portion of everything, and we'll see what happens with the situation. I know we'll probably talk about that down the line on this episode, but without Jimmy being there, it seems like Trey's able to just step up and be more of that natural leader that maybe he always has been. So I think that's a good thing, and all those things bode well for me, from my vantage point.
We think, Jesse?
Is the echo on my end?
No, I think it's good.
It's good. All right.
Yeah.
I guess from my perspective, I guess I got a little bit of PTSD from the last training camp when I remember it was the first few practices, and I just remember everybody was just going home like it was everybody. It was reporters, people was saying it seemed like they were putting them up there like Patrick Mahomes type level. Like, this dude is unreal. This is unreal what we're seeing at practice. We've never seen anything like this at practice. And so
I said that.
Yeah, and not just, but it's it was a lot of people though. I remember somebody said he was the best. Somebody said Joe Montana, Steve Young, and Trey Lance is right up there, the way he's looking. Well, I think it was what's his name?
Mayoko?
No, it was Shasky or from 95.7.
Oh, Joe Shasky. Okay.
Yeah, he was ranting and raving about him and a lot of people were. Okay. And so I guess, like I said, I got a little bit of PTSD from that because in the preseason he was inconsistent and it wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't that. So that's why now I'm. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, please. I cut you off.
No, that's why right now I'm just I hear that. I'm glad we're hearing, from all the reporters, we're hearing he's taking control and he's looking pretty good. But how is that going to translate?
Yeah. I mean, the reason I'm asking is I'm part of the one hyping it up. I was there. I thought it was really good. I thought he was good last year. It's June. And maybe I'm being a prisoner of the moment in the sense that Bosa's not in 11 on 11s. Neither is Fred Warner or Dre Greenlaw or Azeez Al-Shaair. That's a lot of good players. Now, to be fair, no Kittle, no Debo. I mean, Lance is doing this without a lot of his top guys as well. No Elijah Mitchell, no run game. A lot of this is 7-on-7. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's important to put it in context. It's 4 practices. We'll see a lot more, and he's going to have to be consistent. But to me, what more did you want him to show in these 4 practices, right? I mean, I guess it's important to keep it in perspective, but I feel like he passed this test in flying colors, I guess.
Okay. And all right, so in flying colors, what was he for the people who weren't there, what was he doing that you were that looked good?
Well, the accuracy, first off, just the command, getting the ball out on time, the confidence, knowing where to go, and the accuracy. Completed 75% of his throws. Now, so did Nate Sudfeld. There were some people missing, but he looked really accurate. He had 6 touchdowns, 2 picks. One of the picks was his best throw of camp. It was a fade in the end zone that literally hit Brandon Ayuk in the chest, and Ayuk fumbled it to the DB. Like that was might have been his best throw. So he was just on point. He looks like he's been on the team for a while.
Yeah, and for me, like it's like when Javier Vega, posted those tweets of those videos in practice, like at the end of last year, showing all the Patrick Mahomes-esque throws. I think like all you want to see is the potential. Like especially right now, like all you can do is execute what you have with the players that are there. It's not going to mean the end all be all. Obviously, this isn't real. Like we haven't seen real practice. We haven't seen real games. The test will be told in the actual games. We'll see that. But I think right now, all you want to see is the potential. Like, what is he able to do? What is he capable of? And that's the big thing with Trey Lance to me. Like, I think he has all the tools, at least that's what it seems like. So we'll see if I put more on Kyle Shanahan, honestly. Like, what is Kyle Shanahan drawing up? I feel like a lot of Trey Lance's success, I'm looking at it, it's like a binary thing. It's not just Trey, it's also Shanahan, and I think like all these previous years, maybe he had a little, I don't want to say Jimmy fatigue, but as an offensive coordinator like him, who is so creative and has all these ideas, maybe we just needed a breath of fresh air to the offense. And this year he's able to kind of like do some different things. So that's what I'm excited to see.